Alright, well, it looks like nothing else to do here at the circus, so we are, let me go back to the law offices really quick, actually. I think we can present some of the stuff to Maya and see what she thinks. Alright, we've got lots of things we have to look into. No time for slacking, let's get going. Okay, what's the matter? You seem down. Maximilian Galactica. Who would have guessed he was a country bumpkin? What to do? Huh? There's still lots of things we can do. Go to the scene of the crime, talk to witnesses, gather evidence. Yeah, I guess you're right. We still don't even know what happened in the first place. Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. I could have sworn I'd heard that before. Well, we never have enough information. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. Alright, we have a lot of stuff we can present to you, like my badge. Well, your badge is still shining. Barely. It may be showing a bit of wear, but I try to take good care of this thing. You sure do love to show that off, don't you, Nick? Who knows how many times you've shown it to me? She's right. I whip it out at the drop of a hat. This is kind of pointless. Okay. This silk hat really does look like it can fly. It does have a feather on it. Maybe that's why you think it can take off. You're right. Nick, I bet you could wear a hat like this. This is like one of those hats famous detective would wear. Yeah, I guess so. But with a head as big as yours, you'd probably bust a hole in it. Looking at this really makes you think. Like what? No matter how great a medium I become, there's no way I could make this kind of money. So it's money you're after. You only live life once, right? Well then you might as well live it fabulously. What's the matter, Maya? Which poster is cooler? This one or the Steel Samurai poster? I'm not a big fan of either one of them. I guess putting a poster of a magician in a law office is kind of strange. No stranger than a poster of a hunk of junk carrying around a spear. A wound a spear. Once you start channeling spirits, they say you lose sight of who you actually are. Do you really believe that? Not really, but just in case I plan to write my autobiography. Your autobiography? What's the matter? You've been acting strange for a while now. Max, he's just some country bumpkin. So, why does that matter? He's still a famous magician, right? I guess, but his real name is Billy Bob Johns. Yikes. The poor guy's got 3 first names. I guess that is pretty odd. Oh well, if a big star can do it, then you should pretend to be exotic too, Nick. A big star? Max Galactica is a pretty big name. Anyways, what do you think about Naruto Araito? Naruto Araito. Nah, what's the A stand for? The A stands for attorney. I'll think about it. Naruto Araito. Nice achievement. No matter what the crime, we always meet the same detective at the scene. Sometimes it seems like he's the only detective on the force. That would make Gumshoe really elite, wouldn't it? Something tells me that no matter how you look at it, he's anything but elite. You know, if she wasn't so mean, I think she and I would get along. Yeah, but that's the problem. She is so mean. And that whip. That thing hurts. It really hurts. It's kinda cool, though. I wouldn't mind having a whip myself. I bet that cracking the whip on you once or twice would be just what the doctor ordered. Why me? What did I do? Regina is so cute. I have to admit that her smile does have a sort of hypnotic power. Can you believe that she's an animal tamer? That's so cool! I'd like to try animal taming someday. Nick, lie down, roll over! Once this case is solved, I'll roll over for you as many times as you want. Yay! Remember, you promised, Nick! Oh no. Everyone loved the ringmaster. Except, you know, I don't know, Max maybe? So I'm told. Why would anyone want to kill such a beloved man of the big top? Motive will surely be a point of contention tomorrow in court. You can count on that. Being a ventriloquist sounds like an interesting job. I bet it's fun once you get good at it. Maybe I should give it a try then. Here I go. Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Wright. No matter what the lie or who the liar, I'll expose them for what they are. What's the verdict? You might want to practice not moving your lips so much. Yeah, maybe I should sign up for some expert training. Don't you have another type of training to attend to, young lady? And creepy clown guy. Mo's a really nice guy, don't you think, Nick? He taught us all about the inner workings of the circus. Yep, it definitely made me look things in a new light. And he's got such a great sense of humor. It tickles your funny bone, doesn't it? Well, I can't argue that some people might find it funny. But the only thing it tickles on me is my desire for high-quality earplugs. Alright, I think we're done in here. Let's move to the detention center. Maybe we can try to unlock the Max conversation. Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the detention center. Did he just call me a sweetie? What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with? Well, we've gathered quite a few clues. Wonderfully fantabuloso. That sounds familiar. I mean fabulous. That's why we came to meet with you again. What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face. Okay then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous. We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max. You must mean from the dinosaurs? How were those Jurassic... Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you? Yes, sweetie. That's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They're absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us. People who really understand? For instance, my sweetie pie. So Regina understands him, huh? I plan on getting married to her. She is truly my sweetie pie princess. I kind of hate to look, but... that's a little... that's like 5... it's 5 years apart. It's a little weird. Just a little weird. Wow, that's so cool. It's already in the works. Oh? That's strange. Regina never said anything about actually marrying this Joker. But she did say someone professed their love to her, so... that could be something like that. You met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder? Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m. once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished. They found the ringmaster's body in the plaza, in front of the lodging house. Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. Huh? Sorry, Max. I've something I must attend to right now. Do you mind waiting for me right here? It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat? It's all right. I got the voices mixed up. I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. Your voice is bad. Don't do the voice. The bad voice. And then I waited for him, but he never came back. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea where he went off to. What he went off to do, even. Let's start presenting stuff to him. What about this? Fabulous. You'd like me to sign this for you? We'll do that one in a bit. That's the ringmaster. He's looking particularly unfabulous. It's a shame what happened. He was going to be like a father to me. Ah, this is my silk hat. It's the only one of its kind in the world. It's one of my most prized possessions. This silk hat proves that I was somewhere else. Where did they find this, huh, sweetie? They found it at the murder scene. I don't know nothing about nothing. Ew, Max is so pathetic like this. Max must be really confused. Can I ask what you do with such an exorbitant salary? We've already covered this point. I'm paying off my father's debt. How could he possibly have such a large amount of debt? For example, say you rented a video, and perhaps you forgot about it for, say, a short period of about 10 years. You would have the biggest late fee known to man. It's kind of like that. Only instead of late fee, think about ravenous loan sharks and the mafia. Wow, now I can see how you could get that much debt. That makes sense now. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Maximilian Galactica. No matter when you see me, you get shivers, don't you? The silk hat, the cloak, the white roses on my chest. They're my symbols. Oh, so the symbol wasn't Tiger Smudge and other smudge? You know I had to cut the number of symbols to 3. Really? You had quite a few to begin with then, huh? Well, I thought that you could never have too many symbols. Sunglasses, beauty mark, soft pillows for lips, a beard, buck teeth. I gave all sorts of symbols a shot. But I forgot one when I put on... If I forgot one, when I put on my makeup, everyone would forget who I am. That's awful, especially for a magician. Sure. What about this? Fabulous. You'd like me to sign this? Okay. What about this? Okay. Yeah, sign my broken bottle, please. So, would you like to come up on stage with me sometime? Really? Is that really okay? I'll bring you up on stage as a volunteer from the audience. Really? I'll give you something before the show, and then on stage you'll sneak it to me. Wait a second. He's planting her in the audience to rig a magic trick. Do you mind taking a look at this? I guess I have no choice, but really, is this the proper time or place for this? He signed his own photo. Nick, you mind giving that to me when the case is over? What about this person? Unfortunately, I don't take on apprentices. I mean, just look at the face on this one. It's not what I'd call fabulous. That's awfully harsh. Uh-huh. This woman, huh? Well, my type of woman is a gentle sweetie. Sounds like you're describing Regina. Well, he's definitely not describing Francisca. Ah, my sweetie pie. She must be really lonely with me all cooped up in here. Actually, she was laughing and rolling around with her tiger. She is my special someone, and I am her special someone. Uh-huh. Very complex. Don't you mean very complex? Just between you and I, he wasn't a bad guy at all. I can say that for sure. That's the first time I've ever heard you say something nice about someone, Max. He must have really been a nice guy. I can't believe a guy like that ugly, or guy with that ugly mug, is after my sweetie pie princess. Especially after she has eluded my charms for such a long time. There isn't much you can do about that, right? You haven't even been truly in love, have you? When you are truly in love with someone, you'd be jealous of their mirror because it traps their image inside. Aw, don't you think that's sweet of him, Nick? I'm going to get back with my sweetie pie. Then I'm gonna turn that dumb puppet into a toy glider. I guess you two haven't worked out your differences yet. What about this person? Okay. I think we're mostly done here. Now we just need to do the meeting with Russell. So let's go ahead and present the Magatama.
Take that!
Meeting with Russell. Last night, you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth? The whole truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? Probably this, right?
Take that!
It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? Not with the compensation, just with the date. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago. Fabulous. All right, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. He called you? Why'd he do that? Sorry, sweetie. That's private. The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max? Perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about. Well, not if I don't have to. Isn't this why the ringmaster called you into his room that night? Was it the orange juice bottle? Ooh, I'm not entirely sure. The reason the ringmaster called you into his room Maybe the orange juice bottle? I don't know. Isn't this why you were called to the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria. But you already knew that, didn't you? Of course. Wow, I actually didn't think that was going to be that. Okay. It fell and broke on the floor. He's still hiding something else. Max. What is it, my sweetie? It didn't fall and break on the floor. Use this bottle to... Was it murder? Did you bonk him on the head?
Take that!
Will you give up on this, please, sweetie? If you don't shape up, I'm gonna beat you over the head with that bottle. Oh, whoops. Was it not for hitting him? I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. Alright, I don't want to sit here and keep guessing, so I'm just gonna look it up. Give me just one moment. Apparently it's Ben's profile. He doesn't seem to like Ben, so I thought it might have been Ben, but I wasn't sure. Ben? You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's room that night. Fabulous! You might as well be a magician. You're gonna need those points for later. The truth is, yesterday morning during breakfast, we had a run-in. You mean you had a fight with Ben, the ventriloquist? You could put it that way. I prefer to think of it as a bottle bash. Rowdy bash. Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man. We fought about my sweetie pie. You mean Regina? That ill-bred creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that? Ill-bred? Are you talking about the same Ben? Told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is Ben we're talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad, and I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me, and I realized that it was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie. What? The ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie, and no one else's. I see. Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up. Permanently. Shut him up? What do you mean by shut him up? You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trillo can't say a word. Not without Ben. Trillo. The puppet. The ventriloquist puppet. His real name is Trilloquist. And so is it Ben Trilloquist? Is that the joke? I like it. But a puppet doesn't talk. I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. If that puppet started flapping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed. You hit him? You mean the ventriloquist puppet? You are so smart, sweetie. Where did you hide him? What? Sweetie? You aren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you? Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet. Fabulous. That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trillo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going in there and getting Trillo for me, do you, my sweets? No problem, none at all. Thank you, Max. You know I can't stand to see my sweeties in a jam. Then don't go hiding puppets. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go back to the circus entrance and find that puppet. And then maybe we can actually talk to Ben after that. Huh? Ben's not here anymore. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something. It's cold out. He's probably in the tent. What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we've been making any progress. Don't be so negative. Of course we're making progress. But everyone loved the ringmaster. And there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved. Of course. And now Regina isn't here. I'm not seeing how that's related. I actually don't think I ever examined... No, I never examined this room. Whoa, those lights are huge! If they fell from the ceiling, you'd be going to the circus in the sky. Life is so fragile, isn't it, Nick? It can be snuffed out in an instant by falling gargantuan lights. It's so fragile that I've decided to eat as much good food as I can before I die. Like hamburgers. Apparently you didn't notice the big sign that says closed by the snack stand. Aww, it's closed? Hey, look! That's where Max makes his grand appearance. It's grand, alright. I want to try entering court like that. How'd I know she'd say that? The seats are so far away from the ring. But they make up for it with the amount of people that can see a show. Hey, Nick. Do you think that if every person in the audience screamed all at once, the vibration they'd create could cause the big top to collapse? I'm glad I don't pay you to come up with this stuff. Wow. Harsh. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can help us. Not a single clue. You know, I've been meaning to ask you. What exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are you looking for? A bloody chainsaw, for instance. Well, there's definitely not one of those here. Hey, it's a rope. Probably for tightrope walking. That's a bit strange. There weren't any tightrope walkers in the show when we saw it. Ah, a ladder. It's just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter. Oh, okay. It's not even worth arguing with her on this one. Why'd you even bring that up? Okay, nothing terribly interesting in here. Let's go back to the ringmaster's room.